Hello everyone. Today I am going to discuss about laws of motion. So this is the first video of my lecture series laws of motion. So in laws of motion we'll be first dealing with first law, or you can say Newton's first law. Newton's first law. According to this law, a body will remain in a state of rest or state of uniform motion or will never change its direction unless any external force is applied. So a body will never change its position state or motion state or will never change its direction unless any force is applied. Any force means any external force is applied. So let us discuss some example. So what are the examples? So since a body will never change its state of rest or state of motion or its direction unless any external force is applied, so basically we'll be doing with three kind of different inertia. That is, first one is inertia of rest. This is the property of a body by virtue of which a body will never change the position of its rest state, or you can say this is the property by virtue of which a body will never change the state of rest unless any external force is applied. If we are not applying any force, any external force, a body will remain in a state of rest. Suppose this is a table or a floor where a block is resting. Unless until we are giving a push of force F or we are pulling it with a force F, the block will not move from position A to position B. So in order to move this block from position A to position B, we have to give a push in terms of force, or we have to attract it with a pulling force F. Then only the body will change its position from A to B. So here F is the external agent which is responsible for shifting this body from position A to position B. So when a body is moving from A to B by the application of force, then we can say the inertia of rest is broken. So according to Newton's first law, a body will change its state of rest. यहाँ पे बॉडी आपका रेस्ट था, यहाँ तक पहुंच रहा है, so a force is required. Similarly, if we consider another inertia, that is inertia of motion, then what will be the idea? So now I'll be considering that is inertia of motion. Suppose a scooter is moving or a car is moving with a speed u, watching a boy standing on the road. So the driver is going to apply brake so that the car can be stopped much before this boy. Let the car is at A and the boy is at B. Now if the driver, after looking this boy while driving, is applying brakes, then after some times, let's say the car is achieving a velocity 0, that is the velocity is u. Now at A position, at C position, the velocity becomes 0, means there is a decrease in velocity due to the application of brakes. So that is called, due to the application of brakes, that is called negatively accelerated motion, negatively accelerated motion or decelerated motion or retarded motion. So when we are applying brakes, a vehicle will stop after some time. So if we are not applying the brakes, the vehicle is in the motion state. When we are applying an external force which is opposite to the direction of motion, the vehicle is moving from left to right, and now we are applying the force from right to left. That is a braking force or brake, or you can say frictional force. Due to that braking force or the stopping force, the vehicle is stopped by point C. So it is not hitting the buoy which is at B. So inertia of motion breaks. So the property uh, of a body by virtue of which a body will remain in a state of motion is called inertia. But here the inertia is broken due to the applying application of external force, that is braking force or brake. So when we apply an external force, a body will change its state of rest, as we have discussed earlier, and also it will change its state of motion. Similarly, we can discuss the another inertia, that is inertia of direction. Now we'll go for inertia of direction. So writing now inertia of direction. So when suppose you are having a pole here, or let's say this is your hand, you are holding a thread, and at the other end of that thread you are binding a stone, and you are rotating it or whirling of stone in a circular path, whirling of stone in a circular path. When you are whirling the stone about your hand, then the stone is always trying to get away from the circular path tangentially. These are tangent actually, but every time the stone is getting attracted towards the hand by an external force, and that external force is called centripetal force. So centripetal force is responsible to rotate a body around an axis or about an axis in a circular path. So centripetal force is external agent here. Centripetal force is external agent here because